You just walk through the door and your legs feel like concrete. Your bag hits the floor before you even take off your shoes. The last thing on earth you want to do is cook a meal, but your body is running on empty and you know it. That moment when hunger and exhaustion hit at the same time is brutal. You open the fridge, stare at it for 30 seconds, and close it again. So you end up grabbing something fast, something forgettable, something that doesn't actually help. And then you wonder why you feel worse an hour later. That is what today is about. I'm going to show you 10 high-protein meals you can make when you have absolutely nothing left. No complicated recipes, no long cleanup, no standing over a hot stove for 40 minutes. Just real food with real protein that your body can actually use after a hard day. Here's the thing nobody talks about when it comes to eating after work. It is not that people don't care about eating well. It is that willpower and energy are completely gone by the time dinner rolls around. You spent everything you had at work, in traffic, in meetings, in 100 small decisions. By the time you get home, your brain is done making choices. And protein is exactly the thing most people skip on tired nights. You might grab crackers, cereal, toast, or just a handful of whatever is fastest. Those things fill the space for a minute, but they don't rebuild anything. Protein is what your body uses to repair muscles, stabilize your energy, and keep you full. Without enough of it, you feel tired again in an hour, and you sleep worse too. Every meal on this list is going to give you somewhere between 20 and 30 grams of protein. Some of them take 5 minutes, some take 10, and a couple need just a few minutes of planning ahead. But none of them require you to be a chef or even a person who likes cooking. They just require you to be hungry enough to open a can or boil some water. Let's get into it. Meal 1, canned tuna and white bean smash bowl. This is the meal for the person who wants to feel like they actually ate a real dinner. It is creamy, filling, packed with protein, and it is done before the couch even has a chance to win. Open one 5-ounce can of tuna, packed in water, and drain it well. Put it into a bowl and flake it apart with a fork. Now open half a can of white bean, about 3/4 of a cup. Cannellini beans or Great Northern beans work perfectly. Rinse them under cool water for a few seconds to get rid of extra sodium. Add the beans to the bowl with the tuna. Now use a fork to mash everything together loosely. You are not making a paste, just pressing everything into a rough, creamy texture. That tuna gives you around 20 to 25 grams of protein on its own. The white beans add another 5 or 6, plus fiber to keep you full through the night. Now add 1 tablespoon of olive oil, a squeeze of lemon if you have it, and black pepper. If you want something sharper, add a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. If you want it creamier, stir in a spoonful of plain Greek yogurt. Eat it on soft whole grain crackers, spread it on toast, or just eat it straight from the bowl. The whole thing takes about 4 minutes and gives you close to 30 grams of protein. This is the kind of meal that feels deceptively simple until you realize how full you are an hour later. No stove, no pan, no waiting. Just a fork, 2 cans, and a bowl that actually does its job. Meal 2, Greek yogurt chicken salad. Rotisserie chicken is one of the best things a tired person can keep in the fridge. You do not have to cook it. You do not have to season it, and it is already done. Pull about 3 to 4 ounces of chicken off the breast and chop it into small pieces. That alone is going to give you around 25 to 30 grams of protein. Put it in a bowl and add 2 tablespoons of plain Greek yogurt. This is the swap that changes everything about chicken salad on tired nights. Greek yogurt replaces the heavy mayonnaise and adds an extra 5 grams of protein on top. Now add a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, black pepper, and a small pinch of garlic powder. If you have celery, chop a small piece and add it for crunch. If you have a few grapes, slice 3 or 4 in half and drop them in. If you have neither, that is fine. The meal still works completely. Stir everything together until the chicken is lightly coated. Eat it on toast, in a wrap, with crackers, or on a bed of bagged salad green. This whole thing comes together in about 5 minutes, and it fills you up the way a real meal should. The Greek yogurt adds creaminess without the heaviness of mayonnaise, and that is the whole point. Protein that does not feel like work. Meal 3, scrambled eggs with cottage cheese. This one sounds too simple to be worth mentioning, but stick with me. Most people make scrambled eggs with just eggs, and that is fine. But add cottage cheese and something shifts in the best possible way. Crack 3 eggs into a bowl and add 2 tablespoons of cottage cheese. Beat everything together with a fork until it is fully mixed. Pour it into a pan on medium-low heat with a little butter or olive oil. Stir slowly and keep the heat low, because low heat is what keeps eggs soft and creamy. Cook them until just set, which should take about 3 to 4 minutes. 3 eggs give you around 18 grams of protein. The cottage cheese adds another 4 or 5 on top of that. So you are sitting at 22 to 23 grams just from the bowl. Add a pinch of salt, some black pepper, and maybe a sprinkle of shredded cheese on top. Eat it with a slice of whole grain toast if you want something more filling. This is one of those meals that feels comforting and substantial at the same time. Soft, creamy, warm, and fast. It is the kind of dinner that your body thanks you for, even if your brain barely had to show up. Meal 4, canned salmon and avocado rice bowl. If you have leftover rice in the fridge, you are already halfway to one of the best tired night dinners possible. Put 1 cup of cooked rice into a bowl and warm it in the microwave for about 90 seconds. While the rice is heating, open one small can or pouch of salmon, about 3 ounces. Drain it and flake it gently with a fork. Salmon gives you roughly 17 to 20 grams of protein in a small portion like this. It also has omega-3 fats that your body genuinely needs after a stressful day. Now, take half a ripe avocado and mash it with a fork. Season it with a little salt, black pepper, and a squeeze of lemon or lime if you have it. When the rice comes out of the microwave, lay the mashed avocado across the top. Place the flaked salmon over the avocado. Add a drizzle of soy sauce or a little hot sauce if you want more flavor. Top it with sesame seeds or a sprinkle of red pepper flakes if you have them. The whole bowl is done in about 6 minutes. The rice gives you steady carbohydrates for energy. The avocado gives you healthy fat to keep you full. And the salmon gives you clean protein to rebuild. This feels like something from a fast casual restaurant, but it came entirely from your fridge and pantry. Keep a bag of microwavable rice on your shelf at all times, and this meal is always 30 seconds away from being possible. Meal 5. Peanut butter protein smoothie. Some nights you do not want to chew anything, and that is completely valid. On those nights, a smoothie can be a real meal if you build it correctly. Add 1 cup of whole milk or fortified soy milk to a blender. Add 2 tablespoons of natural peanut butter. Add 1 scoop of plain or vanilla protein powder if you have it. If you do not have protein powder, add an extra tablespoon of peanut butter and half a cup of Greek yogurt instead. Throw in 1 frozen banana for sweetness, creaminess, and potassium. Add a small handful of spinach if you want extra nutrition without changing the flavor. Blend until smooth. This smoothie can hit anywhere from 25 to 35 grams of protein, depending on how you build it. The peanut butter gives you healthy fat and protein that keeps you full for hours. The banana gives your brain the quick energy it needs after a long day. The milk or yogurt gives you calcium and even more protein on top. Drink it slowly while sitting on the couch. No dishes except the blender, and protein powder and frozen bananas are pantry staples that never go bad. This is the meal for the nights when even a fork feels like too much. Meal 6. Turkey and hummus loaded wrap. A wrap can be a powerful meal or a glorified snack, and the difference is all in how you build it. This one is built to fill you up and keep you there. Lay a large, soft, whole grain tortilla flat on the counter. Spread 3 tablespoons of hummus across the center of the tortilla. Hummus adds protein, healthy fat, and fiber, and it acts as the moisture that holds everything together. Now add 3 to 4 ounces of low-sodium deli turkey layered across the hummus. That turkey is going to give you around 18 to 25 grams of protein on its own. Add a handful of baby spinach, a few slices of cucumber or tomato, and a sprinkle of feta cheese if you have it. Feta adds a salty, creamy punch and a little extra protein without weighing the wrap down. Fold the sides in, roll it up tight, and cut it in half. The whole thing takes about 3 minutes. If you want to make it even faster, prep 5 wraps on Sunday and keep them in the fridge. When Tuesday evening destroys you, your dinner is already done. This wrap has real texture, real flavor, and real protein. It does not taste like diet food, and it does not taste like a last resort. It tastes like something you would actually want to eat, which means you will actually eat it. Meal 7. Cottage cheese and tomato toast. This is the meal that sounds too easy until you make it once and realize it is exactly what you needed. Toast 2 slices of whole grain bread until they are golden and warm. While the bread is toasting, spoon 3/4 of a cup of cottage cheese into a small bowl. Add a tiny pinch of garlic powder, black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of olive oil. Stir everything together until it looks creamy and spreadable. When the toast comes up, spread the seasoned cottage cheese generously over each slice. Slice a ripe tomato and lay it over the cottage cheese. Sprinkle dried basil or oregano on top and add a little red pepper flake if you want some heat. 3/4 of a cup of cottage cheese gives you close to 18 to 20 grams of protein. The whole grain bread gives you fiber and steady energy. The tomato adds freshness, moisture, and a little acidity that makes every bite feel bright. This is one of those meals that feels like a proper meal because it is warm and assembled with intention. But it took you less time than waiting for food delivery to pick up the phone. If you keep a container of cottage cheese and a loaf of whole grain bread in your kitchen at all times, this meal is always available to you. And on the worst nights, that is exactly what you need to know. Meal 8. Black bean and egg burrito bowl. This one requires a pan, but you will not mind because it is ready in under 10 minutes and it genuinely satisfies. Open 1 can of black beans and drain them well. Pour them into a pan over medium heat with a little olive oil and a pinch of cumin and paprika. Stir them for about 2 to 3 minutes until they are warm and slightly crispy on the outside. While the beans are warming, crack 2 or 3 eggs into a second pan with a little butter. Scramble them gently until soft and just set. Warm a tortilla in the microwave for 20 seconds. Layer the eggs and beans into the tortilla. Add salsa from a jar, a spoonful of Greek yogurt instead of sour cream, and a handful of shredded cheese. The black beans give you about 8 grams of protein and 7 grams of fiber. 2 eggs, add another 12 to 14 grams on top of that. With Greek yogurt and cheese, you can easily hit 30 grams total for the whole bowl. This is the kind of meal that hits every note. Warm, savory, filling, satisfying, and done quickly. The spices on the beans do most of the flavor work, so the meal never tastes plain. And the fiber from the beans means you will not be hungry again at 10 o'clock. Leftover canned beans keep in the fridge for 5 days, so you can build this bowl more than once without opening another can. Meal 9. Shrimp and frozen vegetable stir-fry. Frozen shrimp is one of the most underrated tools in a tired person's kitchen. It thaws in cold water in about 5 minutes, and it cooks in another 3. Start by putting a bag of frozen shrimp into a bowl of cold water while you prep everything else. Open a bag of frozen stir-fry vegetables, or whatever frozen vegetables you have on hand. Pour a tablespoon of olive oil into a pan over high heat. Add the vegetables straight from the bag and cook them for 4 to 5 minutes, stirring occasionally. By now, your shrimp should be thawed. Pat them dry quickly with a paper towel so they cook properly instead of steaming. Push the vegetables to the side of the pan and add the shrimp. Cook them for about 2 minutes per side until they are pink all the way through. While the shrimp finish cooking, stir together 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, a teaspoon of sesame oil, and a small squeeze of honey or hot sauce. Pour the sauce over the shrimp and vegetables and toss everything together. Serve it over microwavable rice or eat it straight from the pan. 4 ounces of shrimp gives you around 24 grams of lean protein. The vegetables add fiber and nutrients without adding much effort at all. This whole meal comes together in about 12 minutes, and it tastes genuinely good, not like something you threw together out of desperation. Keep a bag of frozen shrimp in the freezer at all times, and you will never be without a fast, high-protein dinner. Meal 10. Canned chickpea and feta salad with olive oil. This is the no-cook, no-heat, absolutely zero-effort meal that belongs at the end of this list. Because sometimes the most honest thing you can do on a hard night is just open a can and eat. Open 1 can of chickpeas, drain them, and rinse them quickly under cool water. Pour them into a bowl. Add 2 ounces of crumbled feta cheese. Feta has a bold, salty flavor that makes this bowl taste like it has far more going on than it does. Add half a cup of cherry tomatoes if you have them, or a diced regular tomato. Add a handful of cucumber slices if you have a cucumber, or skip it and move on. Drizzle everything with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Add a squeeze of lemon juice, a pinch of dried oregano, black pepper, and a tiny bit of red onion if you like it. Toss the whole thing together with a fork. 1 cup of chickpeas gives you around 15 grams of protein. 2 ounces of feta adds another 8 to 10 grams on top. So you are looking at over 20 grams of protein from a meal that required you to open 2 things and stir. The olive oil adds healthy fat that keeps you full and makes the bowl feel substantial. The lemon and oregano make it taste fresh and bright instead of sad and plain. This meal is proof that eating well after work does not always require fire. Sometimes it just requires a can opener and a decent olive oil. Those are 10 meals you can make when you have nothing left in the tank. Every single one of them is built around getting you the protein your body needs after a long day. None of them require you to love cooking, have a full pantry, or stand over a stove for an hour. The secret to eating well on tired nights is not motivation. It is having a short list of meals that you know you can actually make. Because when you are exhausted, you are not going to figure out a new recipe. You are going to do the thing that is already decided. So take 2 or 3 of these, keep the ingredients in your kitchen, and commit to those meals. That is it. That is the whole strategy. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me which meal you are going to try first. Or tell me what you usually grab on the nights when you have absolutely no energy, because I want to know. And if this video helped you think about dinner a little differently, hit that like button and subscribe. There is more where this came from, and I will keep making it easy for you.